much of the world weeps when we podcast, but if you enjoy this stuff, hey, this is one of your favorite days of the week. Welcome to Daikaiju Network, where we have a healthy obsession with kaiju. I'm your co-host, Kent, and with me is your other co-host.
Jason, how's it going, everyone?
So here we are, short notice, moving things around. This is probably why so many of you are not able to follow us. We understand a lot of you are at work today, but that's okay. You can check us out, the audio and video versions, later in the day if you choose to do so. Hey, it's Friday night. What other stuff do you have going on? You don't need to be going to the movies. There's nothing good in the theaters right now.
No.
But we are here to cover episodes 46 through 48 of Spectreman. We are continuing the format of doing live commentary with the brief discussion after each episode. But before we do that, Jason, the usual.
Yeah, if you see a subscribe button down below or above wherever you're watching us, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as smash the like button. And if you have any comments regarding to this episode, if you have any opinions or reactions to any of the episodes that we're going to be discussing here in this episode, make sure to have your comments written down below. And you can find everything Daikaiju Network all in one place at our Linktree URL right there, smack dab on your screen there, /Daikaiju Network. And we're on the following video platforms such as YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, and X. And we're available on the following audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and as well as Podbean. And you can find both of those video and audio episodes right on our own website right there at daikaijunetwork.com.
All right, so Jason, unless there's something else, are we ready to go ahead and dive into Spectreman?
The only thing that I can think of is we're just about I think just under 10 days away from the premiere of Godzilla -1 over in Japan there, and about a month away from it premiering here, and of course with Godzilla -1 premiering in Japan, we're going to have the Godzilla Day happening on that same day as well, and it's going to see that CGI or 3D animated version of Godzilla vs. Megalon, which looks pretty badass, especially with how they have Megalon looking.
He's all roided.
Appearing in that. And I'm kind of hoping that I'm sure that they're going to have a suit version like they've done for the past couple of years. I know they've already done a Jet Jaguar suit from what I've seen on social media, but so pretty much looking forward to that. I know we haven't really discussed if we're going to do kind of a special podcast for that here next week or whatever, but we can probably talk about it after we end this episode. But so it's gonna be a hectic time for kaiju fans. During this next week here.
By the way, could you send me like a link to how to buy items from the Japanese Godzilla shop in English like you did that one time?
Yeah, I think you can just go to just the regular shop and it should just pop up that buy little widget box there.
What's the store for the Japanese version? What's the URL?
I think it's just Godzilla.shop.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try it out here in a moment.
Let me just double check here.
Might as well check here. Brought to you by more research.
Well, it's not quite research, it's just finding out the URL.
Shop. Godzilla.shop doesn't work.
Yeah. Let me see here.
What about Godzilla.co.jp? And maybe there could be a side link there.
Should be. .co.jp.
It says error.
Or is it Godzilla.store? DZILI.store. One moment, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla.store.
Okay.
Yeah, and it should just automatically pop up that buy widget kind of in the lower corner or center, whatever.
Yeah, I don't get that widget.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Is that an extension in the Google?
No, it's part of the website itself. So we'll have to check on that like after the episode here.
By the way, my soundtrack of Godzilla Minus One that I bought on Arc Square here the other day, they were saying that wasn't going to be available until the 4th. I just got an email like during the night saying that they had shipped it. So
yeah. When you mentioned about that, I was kind of wondering if Spotify may have something available for that, because I know whenever a movie comes out, excuse me, that they usually will have the soundtrack for that available on their service. I think a week before the movie actually comes out, so
I'm
and they have to check that out too.
But all right, are we ready?
Yep, I'm right there at the 0 mark with the Richard L. Rosenfeld card here for Spectreman.
So this is something I have to say all the time because I have to assume some new people may join us whenever we do this. So for the 10 billionth gajillionth infinity time, if for these commentaries, what I do is I count down from 3. And I go 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, you hit play, select whatever it is on your device to get the videos started. All right. So are we ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2. Oh, wait a minute. By the way, this episode is called Invitation from the Dead. I want to get that out there.
Oh, boy.
All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Our ugly faces.
Spectre douche. And again, for anyone who may enter the chat during the show, which I doubt it because everyone's probably at work, there's this bot that moderates it, and if you type something just a little long, and it actually isn't even all that long where I've seen it, act like a jerk will say something like, please keep your responses short. Ignore that. That's not us. That's the bot moderator, and there's nothing we can really do about it.
Yeah, speaking of which, I probably should have, I told myself to maybe kind of dig deeper on that, see if there's a way to fix that, see if there's some kind of option in the account, but just totally forgot about it. So thanks for reminding me. Here's your favorite part.
The thing that they abandoned long ago. They're losing the battle against consistency in this series. They still, the way they zoom in on this, they make it seem like that guy's going to be Spectreman.
Yeah. Because everything's a challenge to Spectreman. Even
well, let's just say Spectreman is not your ordinary individual.
That also counts the Overlord being an incompetent.
Start. Overlord is even more incompetent.
Even though we're already on ground.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious they are. It's a nice little miniature work here.
Yeah. Even though it's just kind of your basic rural setting.
It is, but you know, this series for a while, when it started out, was pretty lacking.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like a lot of that rural setting kind of mainly consisted of a lot of dirt.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Are you hitting on her?
Somebody needs to.
Since when did you guys start to care about pollution again?
Yeah.
Or like fart in the wind? That didn't look like a coastline at all. It's just part of the ship.
Yeah.
It's like when you say, "Oh, look at the shore and everything." It just showed up the shot of the ship's mast.
Yeah.
Very weird editing. It's like I don't care about your past. Boy, he's pretty old.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like-
Grandpa.
Like
Grandpa.
his grandparents must be really old because I mean he's probably in his late 30s or something.
Then that's not next door. That's down the road into town.
Right?
Idiot. Next door, the one, down the road. Jeez.
So did he say like this gal died yesterday or something, and then he
6
says
months ago.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's like if he said that she died yesterday, it's like, okay, you got her letter 3 weeks ago, so she was still alive. So got it.
Yep. I was waiting for that whoopsie, but they didn't do it this time.
That'd be more or less the English writing.
I'm wondering what segments were cut out of this episode.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
This is sort of appropriate for Halloween season.
Yeah.
Dead people sending letters from beyond the grave.
And tonight we're going to have some fun together.
They're lizard people.
For a second, I thought that like it looked like that they were puking. That didn't look like their tongues.
They looked at the bugs and they're like, ooh, yeah.
You sure it wasn't? You know what?
Oh, really?
It looks like the frogs from oh shoot, the magic serpent.
I'm already against this episode. Really? We're going to be afraid of frogs? I thought this was about dead people.
Dead people and evil frogs.
Maybe you changed.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he agreed with you, Kent.
Well, they should, because I know I'm right.
Half the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
Let me guess, probably a giant frog.
Well, she died like was it a half year ago, so if it wasn't Mo for that time,
But he said a few weeks ago. Like, is that an error in writing?
it has to be. Because you said that she died 6 months ago. And
That's
then,
what the grandpa said, yeah.
Yeah. So it is an error. We found an error.
Well, that's not hard with this series. Wait a minute. Are any of these frogs Karas?
Like I said an episode or two ago, I wouldn't be a surprise at this point.
Hello inside?
You want some weed?
Uh,
It'd be funny the way that he was biking. Looked like he was about to fall or something. It's like, yeah.
I don't know why, but when I've been watching the Universal Monster movies over the month, like there are times in which I'm like, it would be funny if this guy here like stumbled and fell. Like, I don't know why. I keep thinking about that. We had a three-way.
Sounds like a different guy now for Joji. It's like a pretty low tone. I don't know why some of these characters are pretty ignorant. Like every single episode, it's like at this point, like we're more than halfway through on the series. Like you should start believing this shit.
Now, see here, George. I have seen frog people, cat people, giant Komodo dragons that sometimes have their flappy things and other times they don't. I have seen gorilla men as well, but by God, I do not believe in frogs.
Forget your assignment.
I see on the Japanese Godzilla shop, they got a Gigan apron with mittens, and the mittens are the scythe hands.
That's pretty genius.
Leave it up to the Japanese.
I mean, from what I've seen, it's like it's not a surprise. Like they can come up with
He's
really
got a
creative
red
stuff.
ass with those PJs.
Did you say red ass?
A red ass, yes. His PJs like have a red blotch on the ass part.
I don't want to know what that actually is.
I guess it's just to let you know where the taint is.
You and your obsession.
Hey, I just commenting on what I sees.
I was looking at these 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays
Yeah.
for the Godzilla movies. I like how it reads as this Monster Great War 4K Remaster 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray.
Huh.
Instead of Ultra, it's like instead of the L between the U and the T, there's an R.
Anybody can make that mistake.
I'm sure of it.
All right, so here we are. Like, are we bringing the dead back to life? What? What's that kids' like storybook series involving frogs that dress in clothes?
I was just thinking of that, but I don't quite remember the name of it specifically. But I know what you're talking about.
So, are we to believe that these are aliens? Come on, frogs are a part of the planet. Something happened. They got mutated. But does this also mean that that dude's grandparents are dead or something?
Maybe there could be like frog people from another planet.
The thing is like, I honestly know that this episode will never address it because this series has never been interested in like following through on some of those issues, but
nope.
What I find very amusing is that they're trying to make this seem creepy, and I find it to be pretty funny. We were going to use frogs for bait, huh? Scare the crap out of them. Wait a minute, are they onto us? Okay.
Whatever you say,
I'm willing to see where this goes.
Yeah, and on this 4K Blu-ray, I'm trying to see what it means as far as subtitles. It says Japanese barrier-free subtitles.
Yeah, but is the region appropriate?
Well, I know as far as Blu-ray region, we're in the same region as Japan.
Oh. I always thought that was dumb where they did the different regions. It's like, it's so dumb.
Yeah. He's getting away. Stop harassing me.
So saying, I thought they wanted to save him for something. And yet all they're doing is just going to toss him into a creek.
Yeah.
Or are they going to come and chomp on him?
Don't know. Gabba? Give the Gabba?
I think it's Gamma.
Okay. So it did finally bring up that buy widget thing.
If you could see my
how
right
I
now,
see how I see how it comes up, because in the description of like any of the items it says buy, and then it appears when you click on that.
Yeah, what I did is I did a Google search by Godzilla store, and then it showed the American Godzilla store link, and then underneath it was the Japanese version. Then it popped up.
Mm-hmm.
If you could look at my face right now, the expression would be that of being underwhelmed.
Oh boy, look at that kaiju.
It's got a head of hair.
I just like how after they get done talking, Joji just like punches one of the frog people in the face.
I thought that's probably what you were laughing at. He throws the stick, and the one guy's like, "Oh, my eye."
Yeah. You got the gun right there. You can just shoot.
What was he, like, grabbing her by the ear?
I think so.
Jeez.
The ear, the shoulder, the neck. It's like she had the gun ready to fire. I don't know why she did not even bother to fire it.
He likes twirling the other kaiju around. This again looks like another Kappa-inspired creation. I'm waiting for Karas to get involved here because we haven't seen Gory and Karas yet.
You know, the suit for this kaiju just kind of reminds me of that peanut Sphinx one from several episodes ago. Particularly when it comes to that hair. There you go, Kent.
There we go.
So they're man-eating frogs.
What the hell is that gesture?
This prepping hand gesture.
Oh no.
Well, that's it of that episode.
Yep. All right. Well, Jason, thoughts on Invitation from the Dead?
I felt pretty bored.
Yep.
with this. Although it got pretty interesting towards the very end, but I mean the overall um, vibe to this episode, it just didn't save it much at all. The frog people thing, it's fairly interesting in a way, and then the practical effects. I mean, rural area, it's much better compared to the dirt, like the general dirt feel and look to it. At least they took the time for as far as the foliage part, but yeah, it's kind of your generic, kind of not very exciting type of episode where like you didn't really care much of what was going on throughout the majority of it till it got towards the very end where you had the gamma frog and then Joji turning into Spectreman. Then you got Dr. Gory and Karas coming in at the last couple minutes theirs and the battle and everything. So like everything prior just didn't really care much at all. So with episode 46, I give it, oh gosh, probably a D plus.
Yeah, I was not very thrilled with this either. Frog people and stuff. I mean, again, I keep saying this, and yet I keep hoping every time we go into a different Spectreman episode that things will be a little bit different from what we've seen before in a good way. I shouldn't be surprised that something like this is a story in this series. Yeah, it's boring. The Gamma Kaiju, it's not the most intriguing of designs. I mean,
very exciting.
It's more or less a bipedal frog with some hair. In some way,
it looks pretty generic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mildly interesting, but nothing that makes me like, oh boy. This is another laughably stupid episode. And on some level, I think that's great because you and I have had a lot of fun with this series, making fun of it, whether the laughs were intentional or not. And so I guess on some level, that's saying something as far as its entertainment value. But otherwise, yeah, I'm giving this a D minus. This just isn't all that great. It's just shy of failure, but it's pretty darn close. If someone sneezed in here, then I would have given it an F. I mean, it was that close. So
I thought the sneeze part would probably make it a bit more interesting. I probably would barely give it a C minus.
Yeah. By the way, was it episode 44 on my end where the sound wasn't working? Was it episode 44?
Well, you were the one that decided to watch that one on YouTube, and then that sort of interfered with your audio.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like on my disc because I think I'm going to download whatever it was, episode 44, 45 that didn't have sound.
That was
replace that.
I think episode 44 was the one that didn't have audio for you, because then that was when you watched it on YouTube, and I couldn't really hear you at all when you were watching that on your computer.
Oh, okay. All right. So
you may have to double check out. I'm thinking it was 44.
Okay. All right. So we ready for episode 47? Alien Gamma, commence the attack.
Sure am.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, put the screen back up.
Sad thing is, I know the stupid frog thing's coming back, and I'm not expecting anything wonderful here.
Well, yeah, that's going to be a bit obvious, especially with this series. You're going to have at least 2 or 3 parts.
I know. That's the thing that makes me sad.
every time where Spectreman twirls around that one beetle kaiju there in the intro here, and the way that like his leg looks just all twisted and everything, it's just there's no one in that suit. Every time I always think like that part of the leg is going about to rip off from the
Yeah.
suit.
Hey, I found another episode 44 that had no sound on YouTube.
I'm assuming that's probably the one that they got that from. Spectreman.
Spectreman. I have to laugh at that. Taken prisoner by the frog people. Ah!
You don't come around here, are you here, boy?
We don't like your kind around here.
I feel the anger flowing within you. You sound pretty bored already.
That was a real yawn, too. I didn't manufacture that.
Boy, that's sound that she's making.
She must enjoy it enough.
Yeah, probably.
This is like a knockoff of Star Wars before Star Wars ever came onto the scene.
It's like Star Wars mixed with Star Trek with the gourd.
Yeah, maybe. Perhaps.
John and Otto.
Someone's parents need to be kicked.
Seems like they're ready for an African safari there.
This reminds me of the boat from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
It could be the same one.
On a beautiful night like this, you should talk about love. How did they not figure out that he was a Spectreman?
Because he was acting.
But I thought the tests they were doing were like also going to figure out through their body, like if there was something strange with their physiology.
I think it's just kind of proven if they can withstand the amount of electricity.
Okay.
You gotta think, Kent. Think.
I'll go with it.
See, he even mentions it. At least Joji Art outsmarted you this time.
He got lucky.
Lucky son of a bitch.
Well, I'll be dipped in shit. They aren't even wearing their helmets. He just has them sitting on the dashboard of the Jeep. So that defeats the purpose of wearing helmets.
But now they're wearing their helmets.
Oh, shit, dude. Like,
I think
these people.
I think that they were originally supposed to, but they probably forgot.
Oh, that was funny. Fuck the helmets.
Or like they had a few takes for that specific shot, but then the director is like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna put it in the final."
Yeah,
take.
I bet they were supposed to wear them and just somehow forgot, and then they were rolling. They're like, "Shit, we forgot to tell them to put the helmet." And then that's why in the next scene they're wearing them.
It's like, damn it, you guys got to put these fuckers on.
We don't have time nor the money to redo the shot. I bet that was a fun set to be on.
Yeah, we're bad.
Yeah, you chew on that grass.
The jail cells look pretty wide enough for you to get out of there.
What the? Oh, I thought he puked. It was just a key that fell off.
I mean,
like, what did he do? Like, he just hogged a loogie or something like that.
I mean, doesn't the space between those bars look wide enough for you to just get out of there?
Look at that. He's like halfway out there anyway. What a stupid frog. I mean, you're talking about a contrivance. Hey, what's going on? Ah!
Huh? What did you say? Who cares?
He just told her not to worry about it.
It'd be funny, like, he would just get out of the jail cell and then place the whatever he has in his hand and then goes back and it's like, okay, I put it. What the fuck did you do there, Arthur?
Through a worm. That worm is supposed to get the key? Are you kidding? I can go with stupid, but this is stupid.
How would you rank that with this and then the physics being thrown out the window on episode 4?
I'll take Toho science any day over what I just saw. That whole frog thing was unintentionally stupid, and as a result, because of that, this episode already gets an F. There's nothing that this episode can redeem itself. It just can't. After seeing that, I'm like, nope, I can't do this anymore.
Well, and even then, with the amount of space between those bars there, it's like they could have gotten out of there easily. For what it's worth.
Jeez.
It's like they wouldn't have to deal with, trying to get the key. There's like, just go through the bars.
I'm all for devising like hilarious ways of like obtaining keys, but that, holy shit.
Our prisoners have escaped. Go find them.
Oh.
Like a tired mob. It's a little too rough.
The funny thing is, it's been years since I've seen that movie, and it still comes up in my mind under certain situations. A little too rough.
Like I always have that stuck on my mind for a perfect time.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, man. How would you
Grass needs to be
know,
arranged
dude?
in a little different manner.
It's like you ain't no expert. You don't do this line of work.
How did the grass like dry up that fast in his bag from the short walk? They are investing too much in this storyline. Yes.
I'm drunk right now.
You know what? I bet that was a guest appearance by One Time.
I don't know why we need narration here. It's
Yeah,
like
tell me how pollution is being inserted into the story here.
Yeah. Like I said in the previous episode, I don't know why they even bother bringing up pollution. It's like,
I think you and I say that every podcast now.
oh, ever since we got the halfway point, they haven't bothered with pollution anymore. Boy, that guy's
Boy,
he's really enjoying it.
What a murderous dude he is.
I hope it's all. You tell him, Dr. Gory. Silence.
The dude is really enjoying this.
I would say like the best thing that to ever come out of this entire series is Dr. Gory.
Oh, absolutely.
Where are they just killing themselves in this big pot? So like they just melt themselves together to form this kaiju.
No, I think because last episode they were talking about sacrifices to Gamma. I'm wondering if some of them sacrifice themselves to make Gamma awaken or something like that.
That's just dumb.
I know.
It looks like we get some kind of cityscape miniatures here.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's okay. I mean, already still though, like I said, this episode gets an F because of that prison break.
Boy, that's just like rent free in your mind.
That is stuck in my craw. I've seen a lot of stupid stuff in this series and even in Kamen Rider since we started doing all this earlier in the year. But holy crap, that is a whole new level.
Oh, come on, 80% is good enough.
Come on, this kaiju isn't that powerful.
No shit. It is a train.
It's a doo-doo! Oh boy!
It's a doo-doo! Doo-doo!
Holy crap.
You've never
Where's
heard
Overlord?
a train before?
Couldn't Overlord like shoot Joji and get him like fully charged?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Okay, so he did 10% in a matter of a few minutes, and yet it took him most of the episode just to get to 80. Give me a break.
But yeah, he thinks that he's not fully powered yet. I mean, 90%, it's still good. But yeah, and then he goes and then turns into Spectreman. So what's the point of looking at your charging clock there, saying, "Oh, I don't have enough power yet"? Fuck you.
Please tell us how you feel.
Fucking pissed. That's how I feel.
I just see you throwing your arms up and going, done.
Don't bother with the tanks. Just focus on Spectreman. Well, it's like Spectreman just jumped right in the area where the monster wasn't even at. Supposed to be. Like he was way off target.
Well, that's not the first, nor will it be the last.
Die, damn it, die. Like shoving his entire head underwater there.
Well, he's supposed to be like a toad of sorts, so I would think being an amphibian, he could survive that for a while.
Yeah. And it looks like he's bleeding blue.
So how does this fix the toad people problem now?
Oh, dissolved in salted water. What? That just looked like a freshwater lake. So its weakness was salted water or salt water.
So wait a minute. Like, what happened to the frog village? Like, those people are still around, aren't they? Or did they all sacrifice themselves?
I think they must have sacrificed themselves, like the entire village. But still, how would a lake that small contain salt water? It'd mainly be fresh water.
Because the writers wanted it to be.
Oh, she's got her little her helmet there.
Dun dun dun.
Well, that's it of that episode there. Oh. Yeah. 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 Why don't you go ahead?
It's an F. I mean, I told you, like earlier in the episode, ever since I saw that frog and worm being used to gather those keys for them to escape, I said, okay, on the one hand, this is funny because it's so stupid, but this is like stupid. And to me, I will say this, though, like having a little bit of miniatures and stuff at the end, kind of fun. But like I said, it doesn't matter what the episode did after that jailbreak. This still was boring. It was dumb in every sense of yes. And I'm glad that we're done with this storyline. I didn't like it. It was dull. It was stupid. Did I mention it was stupid?
No, really?
It's an F. It's an F.
And with Dr. Gory and then the battles and all that, it just doesn't even help out at all. And again, Gory comes in maybe in the last 5 or so minutes, just like the previous episode here. You get most of the action at the end of it. And and then you can see my reasoning that with that whole jail cell part that, where they were locked up, there was enough space in between those the bars and everything that they can just just fit through those like nothing. Absolutely nothing. They would have had an easy time instead of just having a quote unquote challenge to get the friggin' key.
The challenge is getting through these episodes. That's the challenge.
But yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna give this one an F.
All right, so hopefully we will end this podcast on a better note with the episode titled "Bobby, Don't Become a Monster." And I think Bobby is this. I think Scottish Terrier is the breed of dog that it is. Nevertheless, we'll find out.
Yeah.
So, all right, are we ready for what is it, episode 48?
Yep, the final episode for this podcast episode.
We're getting close, though. 63 minus 40. We got, what, 15 more?
It was 62, and we're going to be
I thought it was 63.
40. No, I think it's 62. Let me... Hold on. Time for another of our sponsors. Research.
Science needs to be giving us a little bit of coin.
Yeah. Okay, here. Oh, it is 63. Never mind.
I thought so.
Anyways, I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Put up the screen here for one final time.
I'm wondering who decided on this font for the English version of Spectreman.
Who knows?
It's definitely retro. Definitely that 70s vibe.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of wording was like a rope or a tube type of design.
Mm-hmm. Spectreman.
Thundergay.
Your favorite? Yeah, I was about to say. And of course, your favorite scene.
Just knock this off. Have mercy on us.
Just think about this. We only got about 10 more episodes left.
We got more than that.
Like I said, close to 10 more episodes. I like the sounds of my shoes.
Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Howie. Oh my gosh, human brains. What the? Did this become a Frankenstein movie?
Right now. Yeah. Oh crap! I forget the shoot.
Increase the dog's brain capacity? Are you throwing a human brain in that dog? It's not going to fit, dude. That's not how that works. I'm not a doctor, and even I know that. This guy's a quack. Oh, for the It doesn't work. It's like that Geico commercial. Nana, it's not going to fit.
You mean Allstate?
Oh, is it Allstate?
Yeah.
It's one of them. How about you swallow your food first, numbnuts? My fuse is short now. Enunciate. We got a guy over here that doesn't swallow his food while he talks, and another guy over here that doesn't enunciate. What the hell is wrong with you? Remind me never to visit that restaurant.
Mm.
What the?
God.
Oh.
God.
Oh my God.
I'm getting this close to maybe just grading this episode an F already.
For me, it's tentatively right there, but I'm willing to give it a little more time. Holy crap. What has become of this show? Wait a minute. He came with a piece of paper, not a tray of food, and yet here he shows up with the tray of food. What the hell is going on?
Flat hole moment.
Fat noodles.
So you mean udon, not fat noodles?
The proprietor is that dumb to send this guy out to not only deliver food, but to collect the money. That's on the proprietor. You yourself even said you were dumb.
I'm not sure if I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
I want to use some other choice words, but I'm trying to like clean it up a little bit, but I'm not sure I can hold it much longer.
Knowing you, I can just see you just going off. Better chances of that.
I may go off, but I'm trying to keep a few choice words down. He's such a dummy. You ready for an operation too?
No, he's ready to get out of this entire series.
I'm ready to leave this show. What the hell are we doing here?
I'm ready to get off this planet to go
I'm
back
ready to
home.
quit.
Throw my hands up, saying I'm done.
What does all this even mean?
That was not the dog. Oh my god. Ah.
How you doing, Remington? I know you're hungry. We'll get you fed here soon enough. You'll get fed. Yeah, I love you too.
Boy, that dog bark is just so obvious. It's not even the dog itself.
The dog is cute, I will say that. That's the one plus of this episode.
I don't think it's going to save this episode at all.
Oh, for the love of Pete. Someone's gonna come and ring the doorbell. I can't even go and answer it.
Oh, look who it is. Dr. Gory. What's with the blue light now? Are they trying to make him more menacing with that?
I guess.
Like he's got a friggin' mole on his neck there.
Why do they put it in a place to where it can always be seen and like look kind of obvious? Like, why not put it like in his head or something.
Or right on his ass.
I was just gonna say, like, right up the bumhole.
Excuse me, nurse, just a second. How are you? All right. These things don't always work out, you know that. You can still change your mind. I don't have any mind. I'm just living the way I am. Don't say that, it's foolish. So what? Everyone calling me names.
Oh, we're on area.
Doctor, that's his butt. Oh, I thought it was his head.
Well, he's got a new anus for his ass.
Now his butt can think.
Science has taken a giant step forward. So you got your wish. Moron now.
Oh, son of a bitch, this show just... This is like almost offensive, the portrayal of this kid here.
Yeah.
Really? You're going to start with some complicated math equation? Like, hey, how smart are you? What? That doesn't mean they're stupid. Yeah, like a dog needs to understand. Oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You're a quack of a doctor, you stupid son of a bitch. Get your license revoked, you... Oh!
She told you that there would be a good chance of you just starting to go up.
I knew I was going to go off. It just was a matter of when was that going to happen. Like a doctor's like, oh, this puppy needs to know, like, the theory of relativity. No, it doesn't. That's not the purpose of a dog. The dog's never going to build rocket ships, nor does the dog even care. Yeah, you should not be running when you just had a head surgery. Ah! I'm a better doctor, and I never went to medical school.
And then now he talks just fine.
Yeah, he spends one day at university, and... So sorry about the other times. That's who you were. You shouldn't apologize for that. Yeah, you may not have been the brightest bulb, but come on.
Fucking noodles. Is it udon? Is it ramen?
Yeah, let's make fun of someone counting on their fingers. You goddamn son of a bitch. You insensitive piece of shit. This is like an incredibly offensive episode. It's making fun of people who are just born without the ability to comprehend certain things that some of us can. I thought the doctor said no more surgeries, or was he talking about the dog?
I think he's just talking about the Sandy guy just graduating there.
So this episode has taken place either at the hospital or inside the office where they're delivered food and they eat noodles, while at the same time becoming incredibly offensive and insensitive to people who are born without a mental capacity to necessarily understand some of the things the rest of us can.
Yeah. And also, it's like, okay, we see Dr. Gory, and he puts this, whatever it was, on this other doctor, and see a little bit of it afterwards during the surgery for Sandy here, but then it's like, what's going on?
Does that say nuts bowl in the background?
I have no idea. It's so blurry.
I know.
But,
it looks like bowl for sure.
But, I mean, so far it's like there's nothing tokusatsu kaiju about this episode whatsoever.
There's nothing even remotely redeemable about this episode. It's incredibly insensitive. And just dumb. Like, they had him running around, including the dog, after both of them had head surgery. Why is my phone ringing all the time? Leave me alone, people. Yeah, it did. The numbnuts doctor let him run around. Yeah, that's defying traditional medicine practices. I would say so. I'll tell you, it's the writers.
It's like the dog wasn't going to do anything.
Well, yeah, if you mishandle an animal, yeah, they're very apt to bite you.
Well, it just started aggressive on its own.
This dog is even angry at this episode. This episode can't get over fast enough.
I know, we're just 3/4 of the way through.
Well, I'm hoping everyone out there listening to this is getting a kick out of us being tortured by these episodes. Hopefully that's entertaining.
For anyone in the future, I'm glad you're having fun.
At our expense. He looks like one of those animals from Where the Wild Things Are. So the dog turned into a monster.
That's how it looks.
Yeah, I hope you wear him this time. This is kind of sad because that poor dog, which just got turned into this kaiju, is going to end up dead. By the way, I do like this design.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a horned dog bear devil looking creature. Well, looks like a majority of them are wearing helmets, but not Joji.
Of course he's not.
Bobby! Damn it, Bobby! Boy, you can't really see him much behind the shrubbery there.
Oh.
Like, go away, and then shoots him with his leg, and then he just flies, smacks right into the building.
Of course, Spectreman wouldn't listen. Just like Ultraman. Spectreman was a jerk one other time not so long ago, I remember.
Yeah. Well, at least with this one, the dog started to be a little bit aggressive.
What the world? Did something
it's
get
like-
cut?
Maybe, because it just went to standstill there, and then just...
I think he just said that the dog befell a violent death, so something did get cut there. Like, there's no way, obviously, that would have killed. I'm mad at the English. What the hell?
So it seems like...
What the hell?
So it seems like apparently we're going to see Sandy turn into a monster after that preview.
Fucking hell. What an offensive, insensitive piece of crap. I mean,
well, I know, and I know it was sort of part of its time, but
I know, but
and then sometimes too, it was
that
in
still
some of
doesn't
those
make it
cartoons
right.
that we watch, like in Looney Tunes and all that. But
oh, I know,
But-
that still
and
doesn't make it right.
but overall, it just did not feel like your typical tokusatsu show where you just see a monster. Like, it seems like we're getting much less action here and just much more boring dialogue here, because we get to see this dog turn into this dog, bear, devil, horn, kaiju
Dog bear.
like within the last few minutes here, and then just see some destruction and
Somehow
then
it's
a little
dead.
bit of Spectreman. That's pretty much it. Pretty much this episode, it's probably the most boring part of the series I've seen yet.
Really? I don't think it's. I mean, it's boring, but I don't think it's the most boring. Is it the most insensitive one? Oh, absolutely.
I'm talking about this whole batch of episodes that we've seen.
I don't know. I still think this one was ever so slightly better than the last two we saw. But regardless, the writing sucks. The writing sucks. I could have fun entertainment with stupid Spectreman, but the writing in a general overall sense has been awful. It's been awful for a while. I think maybe we've only had like one or two decent episodes for a while, and the rest has been awful. And there have been a few episodes where there have been good ideas, but the way they are fleshed out is not good. They either don't realize the full potential of those ideas, or they just completely just throw up their hands and like, we're just going to do the simplest, easiest thing, which means a bad story. And,
well, and then like what we discussed, once we hit that the halfway point for this series, it just felt like that whole pollution MacGuffin for this entire series, which was built on, it was just thrown out the window and it's rarely mentioned about again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to cut to the chase here. This episode also gets an F. It's very offensive and insensitive. It's bad. It is very bad.
I also give this one an F simply because there's really not much action in this. It only happens within the last few minutes of this episode, again, like the previous two. And there's just a lot of dialogue, and it just felt like there's really nothing else going on. It's just boring inducing in a way.
Yeah. But with that, we hope you were...
Terrible writing, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we hope you at least were entertained by our torture over here. And thank you so much for watching or listening. Hopefully, the next batch will be better. I feel like we say that almost every time now. But Jason, why don't you go ahead and get ready to close us out here?
Yeah, so again, if you see a subscribe button down below or above or wherever you're watching us, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as smash the like button. And if you have any comments regarding to these batches of episodes of Spectreman, you can write them down below in the comments section, and you can find everything Daikaiju Network all in one place at our link tree URL right there on your screen /Daikaiju Network. And we're available again on these following video platforms such as YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, and X, and also available on the following audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, as well as Podbean. And you can find both video and audio versions of our episodes right there at our own website at daikaijunetwork.com.
All right. Hope you enjoyed it regardless. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. So I'm guessing, was it the following Sunday, not this Sunday, that will probably
November 5th.
be coming back. So yeah, so November 5th we'll be coming back then, hopefully. So until then, we'll see you guys next time.